It was a day that just rocked the community. Over the 4th of July weekend last year, two planes collided in the sky over Lake Coeur d'Alene in Idaho and then crashed and sunk in the water. On one of those planes, 4 members of a local family.
Sean Frederickson, the head golf professional at Lake Oswego Country Club, along with 15-year-old Sophia, 11-year-old Quinn, and 16-year-old Hayden, all died in the crash. But now, more than 6 months later, a local company is making sure the memory of that 16-year-old boy lives on. At the age of 16, Hayden had some big dreams.
He's always been very creative, and over the years it evolved into fashion, and he decided that that was his new passion, was designing clothes and shoes.
Alex Frederickson is Hayden's mom. She says that he was always coming up with new and different creations.
He designed them on his computer, but he never actually put anything into production.
Now that love for designing and a love for a local company is turning into something incredible.
Yellow socks because he was a soccer player. He was going to be a stud. I think he already was a stud. After he passed, they just kept seeing butterflies, and it was kind of this symbol for him. Cyan blue was his favorite color. Saw the news, obviously, in July, and it resonated. It hit home. It was super sad. And then I actually got a call from someone who was a friend of Alex's, and they kind of parlayed to me that Hayden was a Portland Gear fan, and that they had spoken to Alex, and that at some point she might be open to doing something.
Together, Portland Gear and Hayden's mom, friend, and girlfriend turned his dreams into reality.
When I opened his computer after he passed away, the most recent thing he'd been working on was Sunshine Studios. And it was the first time I'd heard of this one, but it was on his laptop, opened up as he was working on a design. And he was always trying to come up with a catchy brand name. And so we kind of went with that because that really describes Hayden, a sunshine. He was a light to all of us and brought joy and happiness to us, and it just seemed really fitting.
After months of work, a special collaboration is getting ready to launch this weekend.
The thought that Portland Gear would notice my son, in both of our eyes, an average kid that just goes to school and plays sports and does his thing and want to, bring his dream alive is just incredible.
I just see myself in him at that age. I loved all those things. And so for me, this was kind of the least that I could do was, make some t-shirts and hats.
As for Hayden's mom, she says the whole process has been kind of surreal.
When something like this happens, you try to understand why. And I don't think there is any way I will ever understand why. But I have been really focused on watching for the blessings along the way. And immediately I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is the beginning. Like, this is a blessing in the midst of all of this sadness. I might get to see my son's dream come true after all. But I know he's watching over us and is just thrilled beyond belief.
The owner of Portland Gear tells us Hayden's friend and girlfriend are planning to start their own brand to honor him called Sunshine Wonders. They say they will be donating the proceeds from this line to help them get the company going.